Margerie, he must have been travelling fairly frequently to Russia.
Yes, and he was traveling very frequently to Russia, despite the conflict with Ukraine, despite the Russian sanctions. He saw Russia as a partner. He was one of the rare international CEOs to attend the St. Petersburg Forum a few months ago. And according to several media reports, he was in Gorky yesterday on a list of attendees near Moscow at a forum of the Russian government on foreign investment. So he saw Russia as a partner, a country that could represent 10% of Total's portfolio by 2020. Here's what he said in June about Russia when I last interviewed him.
We prefer to think that to continue to develop our business relationship is good for a better understanding between countries. And it has been taking so many hours and time to develop those relationships that destroying them just because, there is something which I hope will be a short-term, very strong misunderstanding to make it more diplomatical, that we should stop all of our relations.
Earlier this year, the Total CEO Christophe de Margerie also negotiated a deal with Vnukovo to look for shale in Siberia. He also said back in July that the Russian sanctions would not stop Total from working on a massive Yamal project to tap natural gas reserves in Siberia. He said at the time that Europe could not live without Russian gas.
And Caroline, he was a really high-profile figure, wasn't he, on the French business scene within the oil industry?
Yes, he was. He was often called the man with the big moustache. He was very charismatic. He had a good sense of humor. He was very often, when you attended the oil conferences, he was very often staying around, having chats with other CEOs and journalists and talking about geopolitics. He was very passionate about his job, very passionate about geopolitics. He was 63 years old when he died, and he had been at Total for 40 years, starting in